Hello movie lovers and welcome to Ray's Real Review. Today we're going to be talking about Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story. Released in 2007 by Columbia Pictures, Walk Hard is a spoof of the real-life adventures of various musicians over the last 50 to 100 years. Now the main character, Dewey Cox, is played by John C. Reilly. Now if you didn't know this, and I certainly didn't, John C. Reilly actually has a really nice voice. The movie itself is well done for the type of movie that it is. To say that it's a comedy is a bit of an understatement. It is an exaggerative comedy. Literally everything from start to finish in this movie is an exaggeration. So if that's not your type of comedy, you may in fact have a little bit of problems getting into this storyline. If you do have that problem, I would recommend you pay particularly close attention to the opening scenes where our main character, Dewey Cox, is in fact getting ready for a live show and looking back at his life before he goes up to play. Now keeping that in mind, it actually makes the rest of the movie make a little bit more sense, since all of the events that were being shown throughout the movie could be considered an exaggerated memory. So not actually what happened to Dewey Cox, but rather the way that he interprets those events. There really is no way of getting around the fact that this movie, no matter how you look at it, is ridiculous and exaggerated and very, very funny at certain points, so it is worth watching. It's particularly worth watching if you would like to see the worst version of the Beatles ever done on film, with Paul McCartney being played by Jack Black and John Lennon being played by Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd does not make a good John Lennon. And the cherry on the cake for this movie is of course the fact that Jack White plays Elvis Presley. And although I didn't know it at the time in 2007, the movie actually also stars Kristen Wiig as Dewey Cox's original wife. Her character is largely based on Johnny Cash's original wife, who of course he famously left for somebody else. And of course we can't end this review without talking about Raymond J. Barry, who plays Dewey Cox's father and is possibly one of the funniest characters in the film. The wrong kid died. So overall, my review of this movie is that it's worth watching. It's funny, and I would definitely recommend it to my adult friends. This isn't a movie you want to watch with your family or children. If you watch the unrated version, there is quite a bit of nudity and drug use, so definitely choose your company carefully. But if you're looking for something that's more family friendly or clever, I would move on and find something else. Which of course is nothing against the actresses or the actors in this movie. The performances were well done for the type of movie that it is, but the type of humor in this movie is definitely an acquired taste. And that's it. So thanks so much for watching my review of Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story. It was a lot of fun to watch, both back in 2007 and again this month. I do recommend you go and see it if you have that sense of humor. It's going to be on Netflix again throughout February. I don't know how much longer after that. And of course, leave your comments below. Let me know what you thought of the movie, whether you found a certain part funny, who your favorite character was, maybe something offended you. I would love to know, and of course I will respond as often as I can. Now, if you would like to support any of my future reviews, visit my Patreon page. Otherwise, just like, comment, or share the video. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next time. Take care.